Hi there. Today I'm going to talk about spouses with different residency statuses who want to purchase a home together. As per the current legislation in British Columbia, if you plan to purchase a property and are not a Canadian citizen, permanent resident, or provincial nominee, you'll be subject to a foreign buyer tax of 20% of the purchase price due at the time of completion. So if you're a work permit holder and looking to purchase an $800,000 property in Vancouver, you would have to pay $160,000 in foreign buyer tax. However, becoming a permanent resident exempts you from this tax. But what if you're in a marital or common law relationship with one partner being a permanent resident and the other a work permit holder? If you both buy a home, would you still have to pay the foreign buyer tax? The answer is yes, but an opportunity exists to minimize the tax, potentially as low as 1%. The opportunity exists at the time of the process when your lawyer or notary registers you and your spouse with the land title registry, which, by the way, is a standard practice when purchasing real estate in Canada. It is at this stage where you can allocate a specific ownership proportion between you and your spouse. So back to that marital or common law relationship example with one partner being a PR, permanent resident, and the other a work permit holder. The latter of the two, the work permit holder, being liable for the foreign buyer tax, can now minimize their tax payable by assigning a minimal ownership share. So for instance, if the work permit holder is registered as 1% title holder, they would only pay 1% of the foreign buyer tax on an $800,000 purchase that we used as an example, reducing the foreign buyer tax payable from $160,000 to $1,600. Here's the catch though. The non-Canadian spouse must meet the following conditions. Number one, they must be married or common law for at least 2 years, and this will have to be verified with any one or a combination of various documents like marriage certificates, lease agreement, utility statements, or bank statements. Whatever can solidify the claim that you have been either married or common law for a minimum of 2 years. Number two, the work permit holder's down payment cannot exceed their registered ownership share. So if you're registered as a 1% shareholder with land titles, their portion of the down payment cannot exceed 1% of the total down payment. And lastly, they must comply with the Prohibition on the Purchase of Residential Property by Non-Canadians Act, meaning their work permit must be valid and have at least 183 days or more remaining at the time of purchase. Now, what about mortgage qualification? Regardless of whether you hold temporary or permanent residency status, there are numerous mortgage qualification programs tailored for newcomers to Canada within the Canadian market. The key challenge, however, lies in identifying a lender whose eligibility criteria align with your specific application profile. These new to Canada mortgage programs vary widely from one lender to another, emphasizing the importance of connecting with a multi-offering mortgage broker rather than relying on a single offer bank representative. Submitting a single application through a mortgage broker grants access to multiple lenders, greatly enhancing your approval prospects. Furthermore, the competitive bidding process that results from the multi-lender platform ensures the most competitive rates and diverse product offerings. Thanks again for tuning in. Talk to you soon.